We live in an era where the kitchen is king, at restaurants, at home and, yes, on television. And one of the booming culinary crafts in Melbourne is the age-old practice of salting and curing pork to make homemade salami. This Sunday is the equivalent of Grand Final Day in the small goods world, with the Melbourne Salami Festa staged at Northcote Town Hall. Reporter Danny Morgan reports on this particularly tasty slice of life.
The buzz for me is really the fact that you can actually make this thing from scratch and you can flavour it exactly the way you want it.
You go to the supermarket, you buy salami, it's got that many nitrates, preservatives, and it's ridiculous. Ours is pure. It's got absolutely nothing. You see what we put in it. This is pure product.
Creating the perfect homemade salami is something of an art. And for this group of mainly Italian Australians, there's always plenty of discussion about how to get it right.
What about the chilli powder?
Whoa, you really the powder. Really
300 grams.
So it's double what you're putting into this.
But you still got to add extra powder.
Yeah, so I'm saying you're putting double that extra of what you're already putting here. There's a bit of debate as to whether there was enough heat last year. So we're just talking about how much chilli and how much chilli.
Frank Bressi and his brother-in-law Peter Mastro have been refining their recipe with a group of family and friends for close to a decade.
I'm a banker by trade, so to me I like numbers and I like getting the precision down. So as you would have seen yesterday, all the cups are out, measuring all the ingredients per gram and to the gram. And I think that kind of adds a little bit of consistency to the process, which is definitely needed when you're working with fresh food and meat.
Last year they claimed the runners-up trophy at the first Melbourne Salami Festa, an event so popular long queues formed outside the venue as hundreds of patrons devoured the salami on offer. This year the organisers have booked a much bigger hall, and on Sunday we'll have the top 50 sausages on show.
Very calm over here.
Peter Mastro and his team are hopeful theirs will take out the main prize.
I won't give too much away about the secret recipe, but basically we do three different basic versions. We do a mild, a hot and a super duper hot. The mild is basically, salt, the roasted fennel, and we put a sugar, which is a roasted capsicum sauce. So that gives a nice colour, flavour. And then there's the mild and the hot, which basically we just introduce cracked pepper, chilli flakes, chilli powder, and the sugar, the sauce we use, is a hot version. So that just increases the heat, and we just alter it accordingly.
That's an easy one.
Across Melbourne each winter, many families of European descent follow a similar process. And there's always friendly banter about whose is the best.
There's a bit of an exchange program too. So, salami for a salami. So, for example, Roberta, one of the girls that works here, her dad, he's calabrese and he does his very different to ours. So, and I'll get one of his, he'll get one of mine, and it's good because we all get to try each other's salami, but everyone's definitely proud of their product and think theirs is the best.
Perfect salami to me should be not too soft. A lot of commercial stuff is very soft, so I like a little bit of firmness on ours. Colour is a big one for us. We strive to get a little bit of a nice red type of colour into it. The fat to lean meat content is a big one as well, so we like ours not overly fatty, but you can't skimp on the fat too much because then it compromises the way the thing cures and tastes. So they're the three key ones, I think.
The result of all the hard work is this: more than 200 kilograms of homemade salami hanging in this Essendon garage. And after about 6 weeks of curing, it's time to taste it.
You can see some of these ones are a bit firmer than the others. Like that. That's ready to go.
Peter Mastro's father, Joe, is enjoying the enthusiasm shown by the younger generation.
I remember as a kid doing so much of this sort of stuff, and my parents died quite a few years ago and sort of got left behind, and of course Peter tasted and tried it and wanted to bring it back, and it sort of spurred me on a little bit too, so I got involved, and it's all been worthwhile. How good is it?
My generation seems to be starting to pick it up again because they realise that, gee, it is a good product, and it's something that if we don't learn now, and our parents pass away, and our grandparents, those generations leave us, they're going to take the recipes with them.
And now there's the added incentive, trying to produce Melbourne's best homemade salami.
We got second prize last year. We missed out on first prize by 1 point, and it's a little chip sitting on my shoulder. So this year we're hoping to get first place. But you know, I'm happy. The product's good. We love it. That's what it's all about. If we win, great. It's a bonus.
And I can't believe Danny Morgan got paid for that story. Definitely a labour of love. And that's 7:30 Victoria for this week. Thanks for joining us. If you want to make a suggestion for a story, you can go to our website. We'll be back next Friday night after the news. See you then.